What's going on, guys? Today I wanted to come at you with a different kind of video, and I wanted to really come through and kind of give you guys some tips and just some advice on how to get started going to the gym, making some gains, maybe losing some fat, whatever your goals are, maybe just getting healthy. And so I really just wanted to kind of come through. I've seen a lot of people, recently, now that it's summer, some new people coming to my gym, some people who haven't really, they're not really experienced, they don't really know what they're doing, and some people I've even seen get close to hurting themselves. And so what I really want to do is come through and just give you guys some advice, and hopefully you can take them away some of these tips and tricks and starting your own fitness journey. Okay, so number one is going to be to make sure, if you're trying to gain muscle, that you're in a caloric surplus, that you're eating enough. You don't want to be wasting your time eating way too little and lifting weights and expecting to gain size. It doesn't work like that. You need to be eating more calories than your body burns a day. So you need to go through and you need to find your total daily energy expenditure, the amount of calories that you eat a day. You need to make sure you're eating above that. Depending on how skinny you are or how much weight you want to gain is how big that number should be above your total daily energy expenditure. I'm currently about 150 to 200 calories over mine, so that's a pretty slow gain process, but slow and steady wins the race if you ask me. Now, if you're a bigger guy, you're a little heavier, a little chunkier, maybe you're higher in the body fat percentages, you're going to want to do that same thing, but reverse. You want to find your total daily energy expenditure and make sure you're eating less calories than you burn a day. So that way you're losing weight, your body's losing fat, but you want to make sure you're in a high protein diet. So that way you're not losing muscle mass that you may already have. So normally the science says anywhere from 0.82 to 1.3 grams. I normally tell my friends, family, anyone who asks for advice, even myself, I do 1 gram per body pound. I feel like that's smack dab in the middle, and you can't go wrong kind of thing. Same for the gaining weight people. Tip number 2 is going to be to focus on your compound lifts and to lift heavy. Now compound means 2 joints, at least 2 joints are involved in the movement. So your bench press, your shoulders and your elbows, your squats, your hips and your knees. You really want to focus on those because those are the movements that are going to hit multiple muscle groups, and you're going to be able to move optimal weight because it's a multiple joint movement, and it's going to really show you the best benefits that you're going to get. If you come through and you're only doing bicep curls and expect your arms to grow, sorry man, the guy that's doing pull-ups, bench press, overhead press, he's going to build better arms than you because his body's able to move that heavier weight. So you always want to make sure you're starting your workouts with a couple different compound movements. Now, essentially, what the rule I like to go by is I like to, depending on what day of the week it is, I like to do 2 to 3 compound movements and then 1 to 2 isolation movements. Normally the higher end of those, so 3 compounds, 2 isolations, give or take some depending on the day, depending on my weakness or my strength or what I'm working on. But compound movements are so important, guys. If I would give you 4 to emphasize on, that would be the bench press, the squat, the deadlift, and the overhead press. Even if you're not a bodybuilder, even if you're not a power lifter or an Olympic weightlifter, CrossFit guy, whatever, you want to focus on those because those are going to get you optimal results. Okay guys, the last tip I'm going to leave you on is going to be make sure that your form is on point. If your form is lacking, your form is bad, you can really injure yourself, you can hurt yourself, and you're going to hurt your gains. If you're not incorporating the right muscle group right, or you're incorporating the wrong muscle groups, everything's going to be wrong. I can't sit here and show you best form for every single exercise you could possibly think of, but the way that I've always found to work for me is to think about things like a robot, to think about things staying tight as you move and thinking about your planes of motion and different things like that. YouTube is your best friend when it comes to learning form. Literally go up, search up how to do this, how to do that, how to bench press, curl, squat, leg extension, whatever it may be. Because even if it's a machine, you can do it wrong, you can injure yourself, and you just got to be safe when you're going into this, guys. Having an injury is one of the worst things you can possibly do, and it's really going to take you back. And of course, you want to bounce back and get through it, but if we can avoid it in total, that's optimal. So, like I said, just go on YouTube, search up some guides, and you got to make sure whoever you're watching looks like they know what they're doing, looks like they're keeping it safe. A couple of the good ones are, I know Scott Herman Fitness. He does a lot of tutorials on YouTube. I don't really watch his content, but some of the tutorials I've seen seem really good. And then bodybuilding.com also has a huge library of different exercises and teaching you proper form. Now, of course, you can't get into techniques and individual leverages, but it's going to give you a pretty good general idea. Anyways, guys, I'm Alex. I'm going to see you in the gym, getting huge. Now you know what you're doing. I hope that this really encouraged you to get started.